What you are about to watch is part of my YouTube Growth Bootcamp training, where there's a course where I teach you how to grow your YouTube channel, but I also go live inside a private Facebook group every month answering your questions. Enjoy the sneak peek. Ho-ho! Hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube Growth Bootcamp. It's time for our monthly session together. Super excited to be here. We're going to be coaching Ryan.
Good morning.
There he is. We're talking about your channel today. Do you want me to screen share and go through it? Do you have specific questions before we get into it?
No, I'm still new to this whole game, so looking forward to learning everything I can today.
Got it. Okay, so let me share screen, and let's dive into your channel and then see if you have questions along the way. So this is it here?
Yep, that's it.
Hypnosis for men. Nice. I love that. Okay, so a couple things right off the bat. This top graphic doesn't tell me anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep,
this could be honestly, when I see this, I think it's like a fashion brand or something, right? Which is
right.
Maybe you are the fashion guy in hypnosis too, but something about the benefits.
Something better.
Yeah. Like what do you, so hypnosis for men, what are you helping people through hypnotism?
So basically, I've been working mostly with guys that are trying to do self-improvement work. A lot of guys that are trying to get over bad relationships, trying to level up in business, all those kinds of things. It's about kind of diving in, figuring out what is holding people back, and then getting those walls out of their way so that they can make the progress they want to.
Got it. I love it. So we need to, condense that down and put that at the top.
Yep.
So that's the value stands out. Okay. Next, the profile picture is okay. I would zoom in more and have it be head on.
Okay.
Just so that I want people to immediately recognize Ryan. And
yep.
Especially when you're in a YouTube environment, the people mostly consume on mobile. So it's small.
Gotcha. Okay.
So headshot and directly facing, if you've got a good, do you like have a direct to camera headshot?
I can find one.
Okay.
Or I could get one. Yeah.
Perfect. Great. So here we go. We got some uploads 1 day ago, 1 month ago. So it's kind of consistent and like
once a month. Yeah. I just started transitioning this job full time at the beginning of last month.
Okay.
And last month was really pretty busy for me in terms of transitioning out of that. I had to have surgery, so I hadn't been able to really get the content off the ground. I'm really good at doing interviews. I've got a playlist with all the interviews I've done below. Generating content on my own has been more of a challenge than I expected. Let's put it that way.
Okay. So what's the resistance?
When I'm working with somebody, when I'm doing an interview, I can go for hours and talk about everything that I want to, right? When I'm sitting down and just have to talk to a camera about something with no audience, with no prompts, doing that kind of like off the cuff, or even from a planned script, that's been more difficult for me. And I'm not entirely sure what the resistance is, but it's something I'm working through. I've got like 16 video ideas that I need to do. So I've got a content schedule, and that doesn't include I want to do a series on like hypnosis principles, and I want to do like a sidebar series where I'm going through different books on self-improvement and habits and stuff like that, and kind of giving some impressions and some feedback from the hypnosis perspective, and like kind of how you can leverage these different things.
Can you hypnotize to get into video content mode?
I might just do that, to be honest. It'll be an interesting experience. Let's do that.
I don't know if you can self-hypnotize. I don't know enough about hypnotism, but there you go. Okay,
you can do self-hypnosis. It's been difficult for me, but that's a personal issue. Yeah.
I see it here, man. Like 2.5 hours on this one.
Oh yeah.
2 hours here, an hour here, an hour 20 here. This is great. So one thing that you don't have to do is necessarily go this format where you're just talking to the camera.
Okay.
What I would do, especially for something like hypnosis, it's such a visual thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have a guy come in and he's telling you his problems about, whatever, confidence
right.
or breakup or business or I can't negotiate well or whatever. And then you're going to sit with him, and does he have to close his eyes and visualize and take breaths? And is that a typical process?
So in a lot of cases, yes, but I've actually never done a therapeutic session in person. They've all been over Zoom. So
that's okay. No, Zoom is great.
Yeah.
And then when when they're done their session, is it an immediate state shift?
Yeah, but the process that I use is very much instead of just like sitting them down and having them visualize stuff, it's sitting them down, then going back into their past and figuring out what the situations in the past are that cause, what fundamentally the behaviors that are holding them back now are solutions to old problems. So we go back and we figure out what that old problem is.
Yep.
And then we do a bunch of reframe work and stuff like that. So a lot of it's very personal. Guys are talking about trauma that they've endured, abuse, all kinds of various stuff. So it tends to be very, very personal. And I'm not comfortable throwing those kinds of things up on YouTube.
Do they know what they're saying?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. So
they're aware of the process, but talking about when you got beaten by your dad and the fact that you want to kill yourself is probably not something you want to put on YouTube.
Right. But they know they're saying it. They don't like come out of it and say, I don't know what just happened, but I feel great.
Yes.
Right. So here's the thing. Some people will be open to sharing that and others won't.
Okay. Gotcha.
I would make your content calendar actually showing hypnosis, and you offer it for free. So your goal is to get more paid clients, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Are you selling a book or selling a course or anything else?
Not right now. My intent is to do some courses in the future. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to structure those, because there's kind of two different approaches in hypnosis, of like a sustained conditioning kind of thing where I'm telling you how to do things over time, and kind of implanting suggestions over time. And then the way that I do it now is much more of a sort of rapid intervention where I'm going down and figuring out what this problem is, fixing that, and then sending you on your way in like 1 or 2 sessions.
Got it. But so the goal right now for the channel is to get more coaching clients.
Correct.
Got it. So I think the biggest opportunity in coaching is actually showing me the process of coaching, whether you're hypnosis, whether you're a business coach, whether you're whatever, like this is live coaching, right?
Right.
Just for our group, but it's live coaching. And why it's so great is you just have to show up.
Sure.
You don't have to plan a script or get ready for the camera or figure out your first sentence or any of that stuff. You've been doing the years of work to know how to do what you're doing, and you just ask, hey, what do you got? How can I help?
Gotcha.
And then you're going to do your thing. So it's a lot less preparation, and also a lot more fun because you actually get to talk to somebody and help them get a result.
Okay. That makes sense.
Some people would absolutely come on and do it for free and make it public. And this is where
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
The coaching comes. If it's free, then it's going to be public. And you position it as one, they get free time with you where otherwise they may not be able to afford, the expert to hypnotize them. And 2, it can also serve the world, and that other men who have the same issue could also learn from this story. So just like
Makes
people
sense.
will go on Oprah or go on Jerry Springer or go on whatever and like air their issues, some people will come on. I mean, I've done hypnosis twice on YouTube. Once with Marissa Peer and once with it's more like tapping hypnosis anyway. There's all sorts of different kind of modalities there. But some people will do it, and I think that'll be the best kind of content for you. And what's going to happen is people will get to know you as being the guy, because it's a difference between you just being able to talk to camera doesn't mean that you're a good hypnotherapist, right?
Correct.
It just means you're good at talking to camera.
Yes, that's
so
true.
If you actually show me you doing the thing, that's where I say, oh my gosh, I can't believe he did that. I want more Ryan.
I got you. Okay. That makes sense.
And some people will say, hey, can I be on next week and pick me for free? Like, hey, how do I join this show? I want to volunteer. And other people will say, oh, that's so cool, but I don't want this to be on YouTube. Can I pay you? Do you have a coach? Right? So like then they want to hire you to do it.
Okay.
So I'd be looking at doing at least a weekly show. How long does it take? How long is the session for you?
Sessions for me are 90 minutes. So it's usually about 10 to 15 minutes of pre-talk. They're usually in hypnosis for about an hour.
Wow. Okay.
While we're going through this whole process. And then once we have the pieces of the puzzle, then we go back and we do the reframing and kind of, building new narratives on those old things. And then we get the agreement that things are changed. And then I do a lot of work to kind of lock that in, lock those lessons in, and then we set them loose after that in about 10 to 15 minutes on the back end and talk through whatever. So.
I love it, dude. 90-minute
They
videos.
tend to be long.
They could crush. No, but they could crush. Like people would do it
Really?
alongside. Yeah. I mean, we're trying to go longer. We've got 4-hour and 8-hour videos that do super well.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. In YouTube. On Instagram, nobody's going to watch a 90-minute video, but on YouTube, people love it, especially if you're solving the problem that I'm facing.
Right.
Like how to get over a breakup or something. If that's a thing. And I'm that guy who's struggling with that. You know, when I got divorced 8 years ago or whatever it was, maybe I would sit there for 90 minutes and watch that and try to do it alongside, because it's such a painful, like you're dealing with things that are huge pain points for people, right? Like they desperately want to solve this thing. So I've been looking at least a weekly show. If there was a way to, you know, I don't know what your calendar looks like. If there's a way to make it like a faster session that you can go multiple times per week, or if you could just do 2 to 3 times a week, you know, 90 minutes starts to take a huge chunk of the calendar. But yeah, it may take you 90 minutes to make like this video here of your biggest mistake might take you 90 minutes to script and record and edit and all that stuff. Yeah, true. And a lot less fun compared to just coaching somebody through the problems. Your goal at the end of every video would be to have them have their eyes bug out. So basically it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've changed. I need to see the transformation. I need to see the change in them and their confidence, in how they're now presenting themselves and how they interpret that past story. Like I need to have, you have to see a shift. Otherwise the video isn't impactful. Yeah. It's going to be a great tool for you. Right. So what can you do when, now it's great that you normally only do 1 to 2 sessions. It's not like you have to be with you for 4 years before you start to see a result of like weekly meetings. So that's fantastic. But it's thinking about, in this 90-minute session, I need to get them at the end to be feeling different about their life and excited about it, because people watching will then say, holy cow, I can't believe what just happened in the past 90 minutes. I want that too. If you want to watch the full breakdown session and also get my course on how to grow your YouTube channel, check the link right here below me. I can't wait to see you in the program.